As all of you know, it's been a long time since Wolfe left YouTube. He did it for his own reasons. He had a lot of trouble with depression. He felt that YouTube was just taking a lot out of him and you know, a, being a person of persuasion, trying to make content for a bunch of people online to watch it was just taking his toll on him, and it really did suck for him because Wolfe was a great creator. He is a really good creator. I wish him nothing but the best as he goes through this time, and apparently he is living out really good from what I've been hearing. He's been doing about as well as everybody hoped he would be. He isn't suicidal or nothing like that. He's done what he could to get his life back on track. But there was something that I didn't cover when it happened when Wolfe was still on Twitter. This was before he deleted his third channel. Well, it was technically a second channel, but I count Dishonored Wolf, Word of Wolf, and of Writing and Rage as three separate things. So that was his third rebranding. Anomaly Inc. He's a guy that I am familiar with. I am a friend of his. He was one of the first people, no, he was the first person of anyone, really, of a content creator who really gave me a shout out on YouTube. This was before I even think I hit 100 subscribers. I had just made a video on Movie Bob. I'd been talking with him about it. He made his own response to Movie Bob, and it was that video on Halo Reach. It's one of my most popular videos on my channel. Let me make sure I got my numbers right, because it's been a while since I've looked at that analytic. The video has 1,238 views with over 140 likes. And a huge part of that was due to the fact that Anomaly gave me a shout out in his own version of the response. And I was really happy to see that. I mean, he had followed me on Twitter just recently before that happened, and I told him about the Movie Bob video since they had talked about it on EFAP before. They didn't respond to it, so that's why I wanted to respond to it. I did my response, which was a little more lengthy, and then Anomaly did his own response. It just felt good to have a content creator over 1,000 subscribers notice you, not only notice you, give you a shout out, and get your video a significant amount of views and likes, and a lot of engagement on it. I thought that was really nice. He didn't have to do that, but he did anyway. And then I'm a mod on his Discord server. I'm not that active on it right now. Or at least I wasn't really active on it before all this stuff happened. But it was still a good gesture. I leave super chats for his live streams. I'm a YouTube member for his channel. The only real dark spot I had with him in the 2 years since I've known him has been the situation with Wolfe. Before Wolfe deleted his Twitter, Anomaly and Wolfe got into a bit of a spat. Now, at first, it started off like, look, Wolfe was giving him some admittedly harsh criticism, but he was telling him, look, dude, I don't like your channel. I don't like how you really talk about things. It just feels like you're screeching most of the time instead of getting to a point, which is a criticism I make of myself. I feel like that's what I do. And that Anomaly kind of took that to heart, because Fringy was also in that conversation as well on Twitter, from what I remember. So, Anomaly, in the meantime, was trying to make his channel better, but it didn't really change. There's also something else that Wolfe and Anomaly would really get into, and that was their discussions about Halo 4. Wolfe's view on Halo 4 is dramatically, his scrutiny of it has increased dramatically since his original videos on Halo 5 and all the other Halo-related videos he did. He considers it to be the worst thing to happen to Halo. And since it led directly to Halo 5, I mean, I can't really blame him for that assumption. I don't believe it's the worst thing to happen to Halo, period. But I understand where he was coming from. And I was really looking forward to seeing him make a video on Halo in the future, at least a video on the entire Halo series, in terms of their story modes, before he deleted his channel again, and then left YouTube. But then Anomaly, it just got real bad between them. I don't remember exactly what was said, but it culminated in Wolfe blocking Anomaly, and then Anomaly was just really pissed off. And I can kind of understand. You have a guy who, you look up to, calls your content trash, and then you argue with him a lot on this issue, and then he blocks you. Like, that sucks. That really does suck. But you gotta remember all the stuff Wolfe's going through at this time. Not a great look for Anomaly to really pester him like that. Because I was disappointed in both of them and how they handled it. I don't have the screenshots because I was going to make a video on it when that happened, because I was disappointed as hell in both of them and how they handled the situation. But Anomaly asked me not to, so I decided not to. Now I kind of regret doing that, because that Spider-Man debate that I'm really tired of talking about, or at least when I'm online, not in videos or anything, as I haven't talked about it really in a video. I don't want to talk about Spider-Man anymore. I'm tired of talking about the Spider-Man debate. It's awful. The whole debate has been a total shit show. Even though there has been merits on both sides to argue the quality of the Raimi films, I think how both sides have handled it has not been great. Alright, because for one thing, I see contrarianism coming from both sides. But not only that, everybody's been flip-flopping on their opinions, even the people who have made good content on it, because apparently Southpaw's made his Spider-Man 2 video is really good. But I haven't watched any of it because I wanted to stay out of the drama, and the drama was just awful. And it was just, everybody was being an idiot, more notably Jay, because he made a complete false equivalency in terms of the quality of a comic made from way before any of us were born, in terms of how bluntly it pushed through information, even though it's children's media. I mean, this isn't fucking Captain Planet, where they're trying to give children the wrong moral lessons. Remember, Captain Planet is Ted Turner's genocide fantasy. But I just thought everybody was handling it completely the wrong way. I said some stupid shit even, but I wasn't even really coming to the defense of the films or criticizing them. I already knew Spider-Man 2 wasn't that good of a film before all this stuff happened. Spider-Man 3, I knew that was shit before everybody else said it was shit. It was just awful. I just didn't like the discourse around it. It really got the EFAP community in a tism, the whole Civil War. Again, for the upteenth time over the quality of something. I just didn't like it. I just didn't like how it was going. I thought everybody was doing something wrong, even when they were having good intentions. So I just did my best to stay out of it. Well, with Anomaly, he kind of took that personally. So I'm going to hope I got all of this stuff in order that I needed, because I scoured Twitter for these screenshots. I needed to make sure exactly what I got was there. So, here is a message from Anomaly. This was to somebody else. It wasn't to me. I haven't really talked to Anomaly since this entire situation popped up. So, here. This is what Anomaly's angry about, and this is what started off this whole shit show. Okay, well, streaming is out because, again, right now, I just have to swear at you, plus I honestly don't have the patience for that. Secondly, I've seen Southpaw cherry pick the worst offenses for Spider-Man 2 these past few months. That toddler could refute to make himself look like hot shit. And no, you've been taking me out of context. Southpaw recorded me and several others without our consent, certainly not mine. Now, this is one of the big things here. Turns out Southpaw was actually recording everybody in VC because he wanted to get Mahler's reaction to a scene in Spider-Man 2. And he actually posted it right after all this stuff went down. I'll show that to you if I get the chance to. But that's a big thing. He thinks Anomaly thinks he was recorded without permission. No, you were in a VC. I'm pretty sure he would have told you, hey, I'm recording all you guys' reactions. So I don't know what he's going on with there. And I don't regret anything I said in that recording, but fuck if I'm ever trusting him again, especially after our last conversation. And sure, you could screenshot this conversation, do more quote tweaks out of context. The fact you even bringing it up, that possibility is pretty slimy. But I'll have the conversation as well, and unless you pull some shit, I can guarantee you this will stay between us. Because out of everyone involved in this mess, I'm the one that's not a fucking liar, not a trust. And then that ends it. Okay, so I don't know who did this. Like I said, I just found all the available screenshots that were taken. I took all the screenshots of the tweets that started all this shit. So, it seems like Anomaly's not happy with Southpaw for a not so great reason. So, and like I said, I've criticized Southpaw too, just because one of the things he said where it was that whole dude calling Jay trans like it was a bad thing when he was criticizing the Spider-Man stuff, and then everybody's making fun of it, but it looked like Southpaw, or at least to me, it looked like Southpaw was using that to generalize a few people, and he wasn't, but that's certainly what it looked like. Everybody jumped the gun on it. All right, everybody jumped the gun on everything, but he kept doing that, so people thought he was generalizing, which, put two and two together, you can't really discount that. I doubt that's what he was really trying to do, especially since, we had a back and forth on it. But then it got a little worse. So let me get to the point where it all starts. So Southpaw took that screenshot and responded. Tagged him in the conversation. Okay, well, first of all, fuck you, Anomaly. You want to accuse me of cherry-picking the worst defenses of Spider-Man 2 for months? I've literally been addressing every single one that I have seen. They're all bad. Deal with it. Secondly, you want to bitch about recording conversations without consent? You really should have raised an issue here when I disclosed that I recorded our watch-through of the bank scene in October, which I recorded simply with Mahler's reaction to the scene. You jackass. So I was right. Southpaw told everybody, hey, look, I'm just recording it from Mahler's reaction. That's all I'm doing it for. Not really here to have a conversation. We're just showing them the bank scene, and it's like, oh, it's kind of dumb. So, okay. Okay, so Anomaly made a mistake. You should move on. But you gotta remember, we're living in the day that Antonio Brown has taken over everybody. So Anomaly's now gonna go full Antonio Brown. I said, why are you recording? And you said nothing, and then at the end you were like, oh, by the way, guys, I recorded this because it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? Then Southpaw said, that's nowhere in the recording. And then Anomaly goes, fuck you. I know what I said, you slimy cunt. I was there. Okay, so either Anomaly is misremembering or deliberately read the clip wrong. That's not good. That's not a good look. And then it gets worse from there. I asked why. You didn't give an answer. You just chuckled and did it anyway. And then Southpaw quote tweeted that one. Said, a stunt for my video? The fuck do you mean by that? Not a second of the recording was used in my video. It's still not a public recording. I just wanted to record Mahler's reaction to the Spider-Man 2 bank scene being shit. You just happened to be there. And then Anomaly responded, that doesn't excuse shit. It wasn't trying to take you out of context or anything. It's not like you guys were talking about something really sensitive. It was just you guys reacting to the Spider-Man 2 bank scene. Why are you overreacting, Anomaly? I don't get it. Why? And then Southpaw quote tweeted and put a picture in there. And then it says, it disproves your obvious bullshit. On a related note, fucking hell, mate. All this guy said was he felt the game was overhyped but still good. You get autistically angry at the drop of the hat. This was Josh Thoughts and Anomaly. Apparently they're friends. That one was kind of dumb of Southpaw to use that, because I don't think that was relevant in the discussion. They're friends. They just mess with everybody. And then, everybody uses hater unironically now. I hate that fucking word. I don't understand why people keep using that word. It's just dumb. Then Anomaly said, "It's not bullshit. I know I was there. I know what I said. I know you'd record it anyway, just FYI. I knew you'd record it I knew you'd record it anyway, just FYI. Then why the hell are you raising such a stink about it?" Jesus. "Despite me asking, that's why I let it go. Wanted to see if you'd actually go through with it, you snake." And then Sophistic Autistic replied at the bottom, "All this because someone said Spiderman 2002 wasn't that great," with Soapy responding with Captain Obvious nodding his head. And then Anomaly quote tweets Southpaws. He's, "Nice try, dipshit. He's my fucking friend. Drop dead loser. I'm so done with you." And then he tagged that guy, Josh Thoughts. "You need new friends." So, yeah, this isn't great. This is not great. This is kind of spiraling out of control, turning into an E-Man situation. If you don't know who E-Man is, he was one of those guys who was an EFAT memer. Early days of EFAT. Recently is doing what was Anomaly was doing, and has been kind of a cunt about Spider-Man. But Josh Latz was also like, "Look, dude, I understand what you're trying to do, and I appreciate the thought, but Anomaly and I are pretty good friends. We were just joking around with each other. Please don't misrepresent my friend." But then Anomaly decided to pick it up further, quote tweet that, saying, "You need to grow the fuck up." Okay. But then here comes something very, 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 very damning. Southpaw quote tweeted that one and put a picture in it. Well, what's in this picture, you might ask? Well, something really bad. Who told me to tell Wolfe to go kill himself again? And in the conversation that they are having in Discord. "Hey, you want to jump into VC with me and Wolfe?" Anomaly then responds, "After the shit you pulled, no. After the shit Wolfe pulled, tell him to swallow a fucking bullet. Only it's misspelled with the bullet." That was weird. But yeah, you do remember, Anomaly, that Wolfe has problems with depression. And recently, had that whole thing where people thought he killed himself before he ever deleted his channel and stuff. No, that was just after he deleted his channel. Everybody freaked out about it. We were like cross-referencing databases and shit, hacking the mainframe, trying to find out what the fuck happened to Wolfe. It was a really bad situation. Why are you telling Wolfe to eat a bullet? Why are you telling him to kill himself? All because you got mad that he doesn't like Halo 4 and he didn't like your content? Dude, not everyone's gonna like your content. And I know Wolfe can have his way with words. At least halfway decent portion of the time, he would say stuff that was kind of uncalled for. But that doesn't disprove his points. Why are you doing this? And then this earner, this is what got people to not defend him. Because people were kind of defending him. I can understand why, but then you see that, and I'm like, I can't defend you. I can't really defend you. I was at work when this fucking happened. I just pop up Twitter, and I see Anomaly doing something. Oh, come the fuck on. Why is it that everyone is showing their true colors or just turning into a massive asswipe this year, these last years? It's like, why? It's insane. And then Anomaly quote tweeted, not only did he quote tweet it with saying he's a piece of shit, so yeah, I'll say what I want, especially if I want nothing to do with him. Under the tweet where Southpaw showed that he told Wolfe to kill himself, Anomaly said he'd do it again. What in the absolute fuck? This is the type of shit we get onto the freaking crazies for on Twitter for doing. The ones that tell people to kill themselves just because they don't like a certain piece of media. We make fun of them for that. We make fun of the Raylos, the people who unironically simp for Kathleen Kennedy or Stacey Abrams. Why are you doing this? Dude, I know you and Wolfe had a really bad argument. And it sucks that someone you respected doesn't really like your content and you're getting into arguments with him to the point where he blocks you. I understand that. But that's no excuse to act in the way that you've done. That's no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse. And look, in between the time that Wolfe blocked him and now, Anomaly hadn't really talked about him. And only a couple times would he ever mention when we were talking on the server and he called him an ass or a couple of names, but he wasn't telling him to kill himself. What caused this dramatic, escalation? Has Spider-Man really turned people that nuts? What is the general discourse around this entire shit show even come to? And then Sophistic Autistic responded, stick a tampon in it and carry on. Now that I have your attention, you're angry. It happens. You want people to shut up. I get it. But are you going to tell me what you're doing is the mature thing here? Yeah, that's not mature. It's not mature at all. It's really childish. That's the type of stuff Eric Cartman would do. Ironically. You don't... I don't get it, Anomaly. Why? This is disgusting. This is gross. This is the antithesis of the person I thought you were. And everybody has just been on his ass. And for good damn reason. I'm really disappointed, man. This was the first dude with a significant following to actually look at my work, like it enough to give me a shout out in one of his own videos. He made me a mod in his Discord. I'm friendly with him. I'm friendly with the people in his Discord. I donate money to him by way of YouTube. This hurts, man. You told me at the beginning of the year that this shit was going to happen. I would not believe you. And here it is. And I'm just really... I'm sad. I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated at all this stuff. All because SK said Spider-Man 2 wasn't that good. Now, there's a difference between going Mr. Chris Raygun, oh, Spider-Man 2 is the best superhero movie ever made, and if you don't like it, you're not going to be my friend. You know, since Chris Raygun unironically thinks that film's better than The Dark Knight, which it's not. And just acting like this just because someone said that Spider-Man 2 wasn't good. It's nuts. Why is it that everyone's turning into such a cunt? I don't understand it. You touch the sacred cow, then look. Everybody touches the sacred cow of my childhood all the fucking time. People criticize Halo. Sometimes unfairly, sometimes fairly. I don't give a shit. So people criticize the original trilogy. I don't care. I'll criticize them and move on. I'm not going to call them a piece of shit. I'm not going to make generalizations unless there happens to be something being a through line here. And there's no through line here. What was Southpaw doing that was so bad? Nothing. And then this starts a whole shitstorm that tops off with him telling Wolfe to go kill himself. Dude, you think anybody's gonna have sympathy for you? Why would anybody stand by you when you say something like that? And it's not in a joking manner. He's saying it seriously. Alright, this isn't like what he was doing with his friend. He was gonna tell Wolfe to go fucking kill himself, and he said he'd do it again. Meaning he was 100% serious when he told him to go fucking kill yourself. No wonder people are at it on his ass. Honestly, I just don't know what I'm going to say to Anomaly the next time we get into a conversation, because I've tweeted him once and told him what the fuck, basically. I was like, dude, this is bad. What are you doing? And one of my other friends who is a mod in his gaming server just got his moderation status taken away just because he said, look, Anomaly, this is kind of bad. And he also said that he said he thought that Wolfe and Anomaly had a VC before, which they didn't. So he messed that up, but Anomaly took away his moderation status. My moderation status hasn't been taken away, but honestly, with the way things are going, if he keeps doubling down or tripling down on this, I'm not going to stay on this server. I'm going to leave. I don't blame people for unsubscribing or anything like that. And even if he decides he's going to be goody two-shoes again, I don't think most people are going to believe him after that. He kind of fucked himself here. He kind of fucked his reputation by doing that. Like I said, this dude's been incredibly cordial to me. And yeah, he's not... Sometimes he can be a little bit overzealous for his own good. Too overzealous for his own good, but... Still, just to see this happen, I don't see how he thought this was going to help anybody out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just frustrated. I'm just frustrated, man. Why can't, especially after all the stuff that just happened yesterday at the Capitol, can everybody shut the fuck up, please? Just shut the fuck up about everything for like a week. Don't talk about Spiderman. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about anything, really. Just be friends with each other. Be friendly with each other. Make some memes. Have a good laugh. Have a good time. We shouldn't be at each other's throats over stuff like this. The fact that we are getting on each other's throats over stuff like this, it is really disconcerting to me. Like, honestly, if we're ever going to try to change things, make things better for ourselves in the future, we shouldn't be focusing on petty stuff. We shouldn't be getting out each other's asses for bullshit reasoning. We shouldn't be doing things with each other to each other out of spite. This is the exact type of stuff we criticized Jack Saint and Eric Taxon to doing to Wolfe and other people before. So just, guys, just try to be nice. Just try to be nice to everybody, please. I know it's not going to completely happen, but just try. Try to take a calm, take a breather, take a chill pill. Just relax. Take some time off from something that's stressing you out. Find a way to really just relieve your stress. That's really all I can say right now. And then I'll see what happens in the aftermath of this. And if something else crazy happens, then we'll just have to see. I might make another video if something even crazier comes out. So yeah, just try to relax, guys. Just try to relax. The internet isn't everything.
back so soon?